Hello and welcome. A couple of things first. Would you like to learn how to stop living on autopilot? Would you like to wake up every morning loving your life? If you answered yes to either of those questions, then you're in the right place. My name is T. Crane, and I would like to firstly welcome you and also say thank you for your time and trust. There's a lot of deception on the internet when it comes to this subject, so I give you my word that I will make the time you are spending here watching this brief video as valuable as I possibly can. So in this video, you're going to learn a couple of things. You're going to learn how to stop living on autopilot and feel engaged with your life. You're also going to learn how to focus on what you want and actually get it to show up in your world. Now, not that long ago, I would have been here, like you, watching this video, if it had existed, searching for how to experience more fulfillment in my life. At the time, I felt empty. I was driven, ambitious, successful, and completely empty. I had a great career, a beautiful wife, two amazing kids, I owned a home in a prestigious neighborhood, and I was miserable. I was bored, angry, impatient. I no longer laughed or enjoyed what I had worked so hard for. I tried to understand why. I mean, here I was earning six figures, I had awesome toys, people envied me, I was successful in my career, so why was I miserable? People were seeking advice from me, as they always have, but what I was telling them suddenly felt really hollow. The voice inside me kept saying, success is not a bank account. Yet I had been taught that. I had been taught that once you have a stable income, then you can afford to take care of yourself. In fact, the opposite is true. Once you take care of yourself, then you'll have everything you require to sustain your happiness. We are not taught how to live fulfilled and happy lives, so most of us end up on autopilot. The carrot dangling from the end of the stick is our happiness. I was so caught up in ambition and acquisition, I felt I could not afford the luxury of looking after myself. I failed to notice that my successes were fluctuating, that life became a battle to maintain my success. Does that sound familiar? So this process didn't work out so well for me, and after 5 years of working 70 to 80-hour weeks, I became very sick, emotionally first, and then physically. My body began to shut down from the stress required to maintain the illusion that I had built. I was stuck in a job that I dreaded going to. My wife and I were fighting all the time, so I lived in a home that I dreaded returning to at the end of a very miserable day. But hey, I was successful. People told me that all the time. They envied my job. I had a great gig. They envied my home, my family. The illusion that I had built up was a powerful one until one day I got sick and my body completely shut down. My doctor said that if I had continued, that within a week I probably would have died. Not the kind of vacation I was actually looking for. So, in my recovery, getting over it, I ended up sleeping for almost 6 weeks while I recovered from my success. I could stay awake for maybe 10 minutes at a time before I had to go back to sleep again. And it was during this time that I had a massive realization that this was not success. Everybody can hit themselves in the forehead with their open palm now. I mean, it seems pretty obvious now, but at the time, that was a massive eye-opener for me, that this experience that I had been living was not success. So what was success? And how was it possible to tap into success and happiness? So I began a 4-year journey of discovery. I spent over $100,000 on courses and studied with some of the most brilliant teachers of success, manifestation, behavioral modification, business, wealth, and so on. And when I heard something that resonated with me, I would seek out that teacher and study with them. I was driven to discover. So what did I find out? Well, firstly, I found out that there's a lot of deceit out there when it comes to this kind of information. The secret seemed to be a secret. Promises, promises. I would take some courses and go to some seminars and some festivals and hear over and over again, this is all you have to do. And the structure of all I had to do was something like this. I would take their introductory course because there I would find out the answer to all of my circumstances problems. And then in the introductory course, I would discover that I don't actually have the answer to solving all of my circumstances. That's contained in the advanced course. So I would then take the advanced course. And the advanced course would give me even further and deeper into the concept of what's behind the things that I was learning about my circumstance, but it still didn't solve my circumstance. So that was contained within the master course. So I would enroll in the master course, and there we're really getting into some deep stuff. There we're really getting into the inner workings of why this circumstance came up, what the wiring and the programming involved in this circumstance existing inside of me was, but it still didn't solve the fact that that circumstance existed. Then I was told that, you know what, if you're certified to teach this, everything gains a new point of clarity when you actually receive your certification. At that point, you are at the top of the pinnacle and you are now showing other people how to solve their problems. And solving problems is what's going to lead to success. So I take the certification course. And when I get to the end of the certification course and I'm able to teach it, well, then you just repeat the whole process, but you do it to other people. You put them through the introductory course and you design your introductory course, then you design your advanced course, then you design your master course, then you design your certification course, and you repeat, and you learn the truth, and you be successful. And it was exactly the same loop that I was in before. Please do not do what I did. It doesn't work, regurgitating packaged data. In fact, what I found was there was less truth in that than what I had already experienced in the corporate world. The other thing is what they get you to do is buy now. There's only 35 spots available. They add extra stress in there, limiters in there to get people up out of their seats, to run to the back, to give them all of their money so that they can learn these things, because there's only 35 spots available. Only 35 people will be able to solve their problems because you decide not to take action. Well, in fact, there's more than 35 spots available. There always is more than 35 spots available. It's bad business to turn people away who want to hand you thousands of dollars. So there's more than 35 spots available. They use all kinds of techniques to trick you into purchasing that funnel of introductory course, advanced course, master course, certification. The other thing is that when you take all these courses one after another and you end up with all this material, I mean libraries worth of material, CDs, DVDs, books, course binders do not make good coasters. They also sit oftentimes and collect dust on the shelves. How many of you have brought home the material and really studied it for 90 days like you were told to? Most people don't. Most people just put the stuff up on a shelf and look at it and feel guilty about it because they're not doing it. They're not following through on it. And then another course comes up that makes it seem easier so they don't have to review the data. It's as if we feel like we could just plug into something and everything will be solved. No, course binders do not make good coasters. There are cheaper coasters out there. So the first discovery I had was that there's a lot of deception out there. Now, I'm not saying every single course out there is deception based or is lying to you. I'm saying a lot of them are. In fact, a lot of them really are there just to build an empire, build wealth for the people that are putting them on. The actual information, some of them contain enough nuggets of wisdom to keep people entranced, but they are not the answer as such. It's the same story, different pile. And the second discovery I made is regards to The Secret and all of the courses designed around learning how to manifest. In fact, we all manifest everything in our world constantly. We don't need to learn how to manifest. There's no learning to it. We already do it. We do it all the time. The key is being conscious that we are doing it. The key in all of it is consciousness. When we develop a sense of consciousness, then we actually can be aware of what it is and direct the ability to manifest. So underlying everything required to sustain happiness, peace, and balance is consciousness. So that was a big discovery for me, was discovering that underlying everything that I was looking for was actually this thing called consciousness. So what is consciousness? Well, it's a state of being aware. It's discovering that the fullness of each moment, that each moment is filled with everything we require. Now, most of us live on autopilot, looking at where we want to be while thinking about where we just came from. We're gazing into the future, which is an illusion, while we think about the past, which is also an illusion. The past is an illusion because we never remember things exactly as they were or exactly as they happened. Only videotape can do that, or video recordings can do that. We will never remember things exactly as they happened, so our memories are an illusion. In the future, nobody can see into the future and see exactly what's about to occur. That also is an illusion. We can get a sensation, we can get an idea, but we can't get an exact representation about what's going to occur. So is it any wonder that most of us feel empty, disconnected, and alone when we spend most of our time revealing nothing but illusion to ourselves, and in fact living in illusion? We spend most of our lives evaluating our results, our direction, and even our personal worth based on these illusions, when in fact the only reality that exists, are you ready? The only reality that exists is now, this moment, right here. And the amazing thing is what happens when we start to pay attention to the moment. When we pay attention, really listen to what is going on right now, we start to see that anything is possible. We begin to notice that everything we've been trying to manifest, their seeds are actually all around us. We only need to pay attention to them and nurture them. It really is so simple. It comes down to just this. Just listen. Now at the beginning I made a couple promises that I will show you how to stop living on autopilot and feel engaged with your life, and how to focus on what you want and actually get it to show up in your life. So are you ready? Right now I want you to put everything down and just sit up straight in your chair. Close your eyes, take 3 deep cleansing breaths in through your nose, and hold and breathe out through your mouth. And again, breathe in through your nose and hold and breathe out through your mouth. And we're going to do one more, breathing in through your nose and hold and breathe out through your mouth. Now, keeping your eyes closed, notice everything that you can hear, from the smallest sound to the biggest noise. Just notice everything that you can possibly hear. And really stretch your hearing. Expand it outwards. Now, notice your skin, all the sensations you're feeling on your skin. It might be that just under your right eye it's a little bit itchy, and your left third finger is a bit cool and it feels a breeze. But just notice all the sensations on your skin. Now, while you're feeling your skin, open up your hearing again and hear everything you possibly can while you feel your skin. Expand it outwards. Now just move your hands and feet a little bit, and when you're ready, open your eyes. That was just 2 senses that you engaged for under 30 seconds. Imagine what it would feel like if you developed the ability to engage all of your senses deeply at the same time, all the time. If you practice this exercise every day, you will begin to notice some dramatic results occurring in your life. You'll stop living on autopilot and you'll start experiencing the depth of each moment. Now apply the same technique to what you see and hear during your day, and you'll probably never miss out on another opportunity again, because you'll be so aware you'll see everything that's around you. So notice how you felt when you opened up your eyes. Focused and relaxed. How about engaged? Pretty cool. So what about my second promise? Focusing on what you want and having it show up. Simple stuff. Use the same technique, but instead of hearing and feeling, now daydream. Imagine what it is you want, but not as a thing. Imagine it as a feeling, an experience you will have. So while you're in this relaxed state with your eyes closed, feel what it's like to experience the thing you want. If it's a motorcycle, for example, feel what it's like to ride the motorcycle. Feel the engine, the smell of the road, the feel of the wind in your face, the movement of the bike, the throttling, when you throttle it up, how the G's try to pull you back. Just feel and experience what it's like to have it. Doing that 20 minutes a day, this simple exercise, and then taking actions towards it, will bring this thing into existence for you. The more you can reinforce the feelings of the experience, the bigger the feeling and experience, then the faster it's going to appear in your life. One thing though, stay away from how this will happen. Hows are a dream killer. Don't worry about the how, focus on the experience and the feeling. So by staying present and alert on what is in this moment, you will see when the opportunity to experience what you have been asking for presents itself. And that's how those two exercises work together. It's that simple. So this video is just showing you two very basic and simple ways to completely change your world around you. And this is just the beginning, my friends. If right now you experience something from doing that first simple exercise, then awesome. You are experiencing conscious awareness. Congratulations. There is more. You don't have to travel this path alone. You don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on courses like I did. You don't have to watch thousands of hours of videos like I did, or read hundreds of books, or spend the next 20 years meditating in a cave, which I didn't do, but I know people that did. There are people who have done all that already and are happy to share their insights and experiences with you. They can accelerate your journey so you don't have to sort through endless piles of deceit and half-truths. You can actually begin to feel happy, balanced, and grounded as soon as you start practicing some very simple principles. So if you liked what you just heard and experienced in this video, then let's see if what we have available is a good fit for you. It's all about freedom. So if you're not satisfied with your life, if you know there can be more, if you feel like you're stuck or you're depressed or you're on autopilot, then all I'm saying is let's have a chat. I want to talk to you about what you're experiencing, what's holding you back and driving you forward. I want to talk to you to illuminate your dreams and get you to a place where you can start living them every single day. So fill out the application and have a free session with me as soon as possible. You loving your life is not a luxury, it's a birthright. So follow the link that's appeared below the video window. Okay? Just click on that link. It'll take you to a separate page and fill out the application. So I want to thank you all for bearing with me in this video. I really appreciate your time, and I hope that you derive some really valuable insights from watching this video. Certainly some really, really cool exercises that you can practice on your own. So again, follow the link, fill in the application, and I really look forward to talking to you soon. All right? Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care.